Hello and welcome back to the channel. The World Cup is over, so you know what that means. It's time for World Cup Sweepstake with the family, part 2. This World Cup has been one of the most entertaining World Cups ever, with late drama and shock upsets happening almost every day. As you may remember from the first part of the video, these were the teams that each person randomly selected. The person with the winning team gets a prize of £25, and the person to have all their teams knocked out first gets an egg smashed on their head. So the first thing I'm going to do is go through the World Cup, showing at each stage the teams that got knocked out of the tournament and how that affected each person. Later in the video we will of course have the forfeit and the prize. We begin with the group stage, which was full of plot twists and surprises. In Group E, for example, we had Japan topping the group and Germany exiting early, meaning I now have to place them on fraud watch. There was similar drama in Group F, where we saw Morocco topping the group and Belgium with an early exit. They joined Germany on fraud watch. Now the eager-eyed among you will probably notice already that it's not looking too good for one particular member of the family. Joining the fraud watch gang, we have Uruguay, who exited Group H while South Korea went through. Argentina somehow lost to Saudi Arabia in the first game, leading to a national holiday for Saudi Arabia. However, I won't put Argentina on fraud watch, and I think you probably know why. The rest of the groups were pretty much what you'd expect, so let's take a look at what this means for the sweepstake. My dad did the best, only losing one team. My mum and my sister Hannah are also doing pretty well. However, it does not look good for me or my brother Seth. He had both Germany and Belgium as his so-called good teams, but they both got knocked out. This meant that if England beat Senegal in the round of 16 match, all his teams would be eliminated and he would face the forfeit. But it's fine, Senegal could definitely beat England on their day. I'm sure they've got a huge chance to... okay, they didn't. That means that Seth is the one to have the egg smashed on his head. That happened really quickly, but we'll come back to that later. The rest of the round of 16 matches went pretty much as you'd expect, with big names like Portugal, France, Brazil, Argentina and the Netherlands all going through. However, I can't say the same for Spain, who lost to Morocco 3-0 on penalties. Of course, I now have to put Spain on fraud watch, but this is also where the underdog story of Morocco really starts getting going. So for the sweepstake, my dad is still in the lead with 3 teams, closely followed by my mum and sister Hannah with 2 teams. I am unfortunately down to my very last team, but luckily for me, it's Brazil, so there we go, I'm sorted. Everything's gonna be okay. Are you actually serious, Brazil? You've just cost me £25. I would love to put them on fraud watch, to be honest, but I think getting into the last 8, they'd probably just about survive. Elsewhere in the quarterfinals, I was given further depression as England lost to France. It's not coming home, lads. Argentina beat the Netherlands in a thrilling game, and Morocco have done it again, knocking out Portugal. This means they're the first ever African team to make it to the semi-finals of a World Cup. So for the sweepstake, my mum has taken a lead, and because Croatia and Argentina play in the semi-finals, that means she is a guaranteed finalist. My dad is left with Morocco, and my sister is left with France. Not a whole load to say for the semi-finals, as Argentina beat Croatia, and France beat Morocco, ending a fantastic story that all Moroccans should be extremely proud of. But this means that the final is between Argentina and France. And in the sweepstake, my mum and Hannah face off. The 2 people that couldn't care less about football in my family are now finalists. This final was probably the best World Cup final we have ever seen, with Argentina 2-0 up and dominating, with my mum sending arrogant messages in the family group chat, when all of a sudden Mbappe scored 2 goals in 2 minutes to equalise and send the game to extra time. Messi scored what was seemingly the winner until France got another penalty and Mbappe sealed his hat-trick, sending the game to penalties, where Argentina came out victorious. Messi had finally won a World Cup, but this meant that the winner of the World Cup family sweepstake was my mother, and she was pretty happy about it. But you know what it's time for now? Time for the prize and the forfeit. Mummy won! Hey! You did it! Argentina won, you get the money!
Yeah!
So, I now have to present you with your £25, 5 from each of us.
Ta-da!
There you go. She has the money.
Count it. 1,
just check.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's all there.
Perfect, perfect. Do you know what you're going to use it for?
I'm going to pay the electricity bill.
There we go. Classic. That's what you do in
Classic
a
parents.
UK household nowadays.
For about an hour.
Yeah, there we go. And that is what this whole series has led up to. An hour of our electricity being paid. Great. Hannah, how do you think you did in the sweepstake?
France lost.
What about your other teams?
Spain was disappointing. Netherlands, they got kind of far, but then Argentina knocked them out. So those were my 3 good teams.
So we just had a pattern of Argentina knocking out your good teams, Netherlands and France. How did France not win that final?
They should have.
So Mum, how do you think you did? Are you happy? You
Very
got the
happy.
money.
Very happy I won. I won with all my football knowledge.
Yeah. Are you happy with Argentina?
Well, they won.
How did Diego Maradona do?
Is Diego Maradona, was he Argentinian?
He was, yeah.
Hand of God.
Yeah.
Hand of God.
I mean, he's old now, right?
He's dead.
He's dead.
Messi
Messi.
scored lots of goals.
He did.
He did. Apparently he's the best player in the world. Apparently. But they won, so maybe it's true.
How do you feel about defeating your daughter in the final?
Well, you know, these things happen.
Game's the game.
Game's a game. I mean, I didn't actually get to watch it because it was a busy day.
Well, your texts halfway through the game were in the video. So
I was keeping an eye on the score,
Yeah.
keeping an eye on it. I thought it was all over earlier, and then they made a comeback, and then it went all the way to penalties. You know, a bit stressful, but you know, got there in the end.
Yeah.
So, the Red Hunter himself.
Oh, wow. Title.
Yeah, how do you
Okay.
think he did?
It wasn't good at all. I never really had a chance of winning by the end. All my teams kind of let me down in the group stage, the only 2 getting out being Poland and Brazil. Poland obviously losing to France, who went on to the final, and then Brazil absolutely bottling it in the quarters to Croatia. I thought they'd done it when Neymar scored as well, and then they concede and lose on penalties. Outrageous. So Seth, how do you think you did in the sweepstake?
I think I did amazingly. I think my teams played the best to their ability, and I think, I had a really high chance of winning. If, of course, Belgium and Germany didn't absolutely bottle it. Wash teams. I can't. No.
And then Senegal lost to England, and that was the final straw.
Senegal, I mean, they had no chance anyway. I was supporting England over them.
Are you ready for the egg?
No. But, anyways.
Well,
Oh, someone's gonna get this egg.
so you were the designated egg smasher. Are you excited about egging your son?
Yeah, that's it. I am looking forward. I've been entrusted with the responsibility of smashing this egg on the loser's head. Do they know who the loser
They
is
do
yet?
know who the loser is.
Okay, so Seth, this egg has. Actually, can you get me a pen? I'm gonna.
I can get you.
Go and get a Sharpie,
Let's
not
get a
black
Sharpie.
Sharpie.
A few moments later.
So, Seth, pretty excited. You see, this egg is intended for you. Do you know how I know? Because it's got your name on it.
So how do you think you did in the rest of the sweepstake?
Well, I was delighted to have England when we got the draw for England, and I thought our team did amazingly well this year. I was really gutted that they went out to France. I thought they played better against France, but France were just more clinical with their opportunities. But it was an amazing team to watch, great play. Love Southgate as a manager, love the formation this year, 4-3-3. Love seeing Jude Bellingham really establish himself in the midfield. So I think there are exciting times ahead for the England football team. Who else did I have? Qatar, of course. But the great surprise for me and the delight was to see Morocco get themselves all the way up to the semis. That was fantastic. I'd have loved it if they'd been able to make it into the final, first African team in the final, but it wasn't to be this year, but I was really chuffed for them. So yeah, it was good fun overall, and I think I kept the most teams in to the longest stage, didn't I? Is that right?
Yeah, I think at the quarters you had the most teams.
Yeah. This is quite good because I'm blocking Seth from view, and then I come back. Egg.
Yeah, crack it open.
So we're here, we're ready for the egg forfeit. Dad's got the egg, he's going to be the one smashing. We're all here excited. Seth, how are you feeling? Scared? Okay, are we ready?
Kiss the egg.
Kiss the egg, it's got your name on it and everything.
Crack it. What are you going to do?
No, I'm going to
Smash
smash
it.
it.
Smash it.
Okay,
I'm going to
are you
step
ready
back.
for this? Yeah, I would step back a little
Okay.
bit. Right, you're giving us a countdown?
Three, two, one, egg! It's all in his ass.
It's all flipping on my. Oh, it's everywhere.
No!
Plug it on.
He did it.
There we have it, my mum is the winner of the World Cup family sweepstake and Seth was the definite loser. I hope you enjoyed this mini World Cup series. Make sure you go and check out part 1 if you missed it. Liverpool match reaction should be consistently returning soon, so look out for all of those as well. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe as well. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.